Here is Gregory King to resume with another chapter of Deadly Nightshade.
When we managed to get in touch with Evelyn Channel again, it was only one easy step to lay our hands on Nick Barnes. We took Barnes to our hideout on the Hawkesbury, and as the saying goes, we put him through the ringer. It wasn't hard to scare out of his wits. The Nightshade people picked a weak link when they included him in their scheme of things, so we learned a lot. Well, that was last night. Right now I have to keep moving. I don't like the look of the shape events are taking on the river. We've been seeing rather too much of a certain fishing craft as we've come and gone in Sherry Reed's speedboat. I've left cuts on the landing, and I've sent Barnes himself back to Felix Huberman. And that's where I'm taking the gamble of a lifetime, because Barnes only has to utter one word out of his
Get that infernal dog away from me, Felix. Can't you control the thing? Mrs. Rose?
Yes, sir.
You've heard Carlos, yeah?
No, sir.
Attend to it. Go on, boy. Go on. Heavens. Jumpy this morning, Nicky. Oh, jumpy enough not to want to be eaten alive. Did you take Evelyn home from the Poinsettia Club last night? Yes, about 1:30. Oh. I heard you coming in this morning sometime after 6. I thought I gave you fair warning about Evelyn. I left her just after 2. Mm-hmm. Come on. Baccarat. Oh, how did you fare? Oh, I lost 15 quid and smoked too many cigarettes. I can check on you. Check your head off. You know, I think you're out of character there. I don't think Major Gregory Keene would hang about till dawn playing baccarat. Why haven't you said so before? I'm saying so now. All right. No more baccarat. Anyway, there won't be that many more opportunities. Aren't I off to Singapore in a few days? 5 days, precisely. Hello? What's that on your sleeve? What? Where? The left elbow. Are you blind? I can't say it. Looks like oil of some sort. You were wearing that same jacket yesterday, weren't you? As a matter of fact, yes. Well, it's bad enough wearing a blue reefer with brass buttons at the Poinsettia Club without being covered in grease as well. Or did you collect that playing baccarat, too? I'm hanged if I know. I can't imagine where I picked it up. The taxi home, possibly. I don't know. Oh, Sydney hacks aren't that bad. They're bad enough. Which school do you play at, by the way? Holtz's. You know, up the top end of Shakespeare Street. Well, I'm leaving you to it. Have a busy day. If anything shows up, bring Carlotta, understand? What am I, a cretin? With grease stains on your clothes. Do something about it. Give it to Mrs. Rose. What filthy luck. Why couldn't I have noticed it? Grease off that speedboat somehow last night. I have to get out of this before it's too late. I have to get out.
What is it, Felix? You shouldn't cross the bridge this early in the day.
Get Mike Cusick in here. I have a job for him.
Stephen? Is Mike there with you in the garage?
Yeah, Carlotta.
Send him to me on the terrace.
You heard any more from the fellows on the fishing boat?
They were on the telephone early this morning. At something after 2 o'clock last night, the speedboat passed them going at high speed upstream within our critical mile of river.
They left it at that, I'll strangle them both.
They did not leave it at that. They examined every landing carefully without inviting suspicion. By 5 o'clock this morning, they had covered both banks of the river, and Felix, there was no sign of the speedboat.
They must have missed it. Keene and the Reed girl must be in a house somewhere within that mile of the riverbanks.
But there was no speedboat. There are several houses on the south bank, several more on the other side. All have landings, all are perched up on the hillsides among the trees. But none show the light, and there was no speedboat.
Well, in that case, they must know we're patrolling the river. Oh, where the devil's Cusick? Oh. Does it take you a month to get up here from the garage? Now listen to me. You know the Baccarat School at the top end of Shakespeare Street?
Yeah.
Take a car, get in there and talk to Holtz. Find out if Nick Barnes played Baccarat there last night from 2 to 5:30. He was wearing Grey slacks, brown suede shoes, plain grey tie, and a blue reefer with brass buttons. You got that?
I go now.
Yes, you go now. If Barnes was there, forget it. If he wasn't, pick him up and bring him back here. Now get out.
Okay.
Nicky was home late this morning?
Yes, and he was as jumpy as an alley cat when I left him an hour ago. I don't like it, Carlotta. I don't like it at all.
Nicky would never have the nerve to go against us, never. He knows what happened to the only man who was tried so far, Sammy Rice.
He wouldn't double-cross us, no, but he could be put into the position where he had to.
By whom?
By Gregory Keene. Last night when the speedboat went upstream, there was a girl and 3 men in it. 3 men, Carlotta. If Keene ever laid hands on Nick Barnes, he could make him do anything to save his own hide. Even rat on us.
If Nick Barnes lied to you this morning, if Guzik returns without Nicky, I think you had better leave him to me.
If Nick Barnes lied about last night, we're going to have to do a lot. Not only on Barnes. We have to come into the open. We have to do the very things we've been trying to avoid. There won't be any other way, Carlotta.
Come on, Evelyn. Open up. Open up.
Oh, it's you.
Let me in quickly.
What's the matter with you, Barnes?
Listen, you got me into this. If Felix asks you, I was here in your flat till 5:30 this morning. Have you got that?
It's going to be in trouble. Felix has a one-track mind where I'm concerned.
But they'll cut my throat if he catches on to last night. You have to do it, Evelyn. If you don't, I'll give you away to...
I'll cover up for you. But not on your account or mine either.
Keene has to get me out of this. He can hide me out with him and the girl and the other fellow.
There's only one way out for you, Nicky. You have to pull yourself together, sit tight, and do as you're told.
But anything can happen.
You should have thought of that before. Now get out of here. And I have to account for you coming here today. What do you want me to say? We'd better tell the same story, Nicky.
I left my lighter here. That'll do. I dropped in to pick up my lighter.
For your sake, I hope Felix believes you. Now don't hang about. If you let yourself go for the rest of your life, keep your nerve now. I just hate to think what's going to happen to us both if you don't.
E. O. 7. 1. 4 hours to nightfall. Walnut, 66, please. 4 hours to nightfall. There's too much hanging on Barnes. Hello. Cuts? It's Keene here. I'm ringing from the foyer of the Prince Philip Theatre. Yes, the car's parked. I'm hiding out for the day at the movies. What happened about that fishing boat last night? Oh, they did, eh? All the landings, both sides of the river. Well, that settles that. Huberman's casting the river for us. Yes, good thing I got the speedboat out of the way last night. Now, listen. Your job's to hold the fort there till I get back tonight. Oh, I'll get back. Don't worry about that. But not till I've covered some more ground in town. Well, if the worst comes to the worst, Cuts, make a fight of it. I don't care if Huberman's thugs find the house before I get back. You'll have to shoot it out. Yes, well, good luck, Cuts. You're carrying the ball. And don't let anything happen to Sherry.
Sit him down in that chair, Guzik. That's right. Well, Barnes, I hope you didn't mind Mike picking you up and bringing you to pay a call on Carlotta.
I told you, Felix, let me handle this.
Don't be impatient, my dear. You shall. Barnes, I thought you said you played baccarat last night.
That's right. So I did.
Your move, Guzik.
You...
Holt says you weren't there at all. Holt says you haven't been to his school for a week.
Listen, Felix.
We are wasting time. My Guzik, take him down to the cellars.
Better make it easy for yourself, Barnes. You didn't play baccarat, and you didn't lose any 15 pounds. Where were you between 2 and 5:30?
I told you. There was a crowd.
Did you get that grease patch on your sleeve while you were taking a trip in a speedboat?
I don't know what you're talking about. So help me, Felix, I don't.
Last chance, fellow. Where were you last night after you left Evelyn Channel?
All right. I'll tell you. Well, you see, it was her idea, I swear it. She said there was no need to rush off, so I...
She?
Evelyn. Look, it didn't mean a thing, Felix. We just sat about and nattered and...
So you couldn't be told. You've asked for it. You're going to get it. Hand me that glove, Gusey.
Even if he's telling the truth now, Felix?
He knows what this is for.
I thought you didn't care who spent that time with Evelyn General. I thought you kept her on the string of your charm for the use we could make of her.
When I want an account of things from Nick Barnes, I want it straight. After the treatment he's going to get now, we'll have it straight.
Now, take it easy. There was nothing to it, I'm telling you, Hooperman. Can't you understand?
Take him down to the cellar, Mike. Carlotta, stay where you are.
Oh, one moment. Yes? Yes, this is Carlotta. I see. You are sure? Very well. Remain there at Newport till you are required.
What was that?
Your patrol on the Pittwater. Through binoculars from the other side of the river, Mannix has seen the girl on the terrace of the house on the south bank. And from your description, he says it is Sherry Reed.
I haven't much time. It's only a matter of hours before the Nightshade ring finds Sherry's house on the river. So I have to get Sherry in cuffs out of there sometime tonight. But first, I'm laying my cards down to a certain detective inspector of police. I'm waiting for him now. I hope I'm not waiting too long.
What does Keene find when he returns to the riverside house? Listen to the next chapter in this story of intrigue, Deadly Nightshade.